Key to Love number 60. How do you know when you're ready? Hello and welcome to How to Love. Follow these weekly instructions and you will soon be on your way to manifesting deep and meaningful love into your life. Now, we need to be clean, we need to be clear. We cannot be saying my ex was this or that, whether it's 30 days ago or 30 years. If we're still talking like that, we are still a victim. This means codependent relationships are running our lives. It really is simple, but it's difficult because when we put someone else down, when we focus on the problems and the faults of our partners, especially if obnoxious, they were alcoholic, they emotionally abused me, they beat me, the list goes on and on. The more time we spend there, the less time we're spending on our role and healing ourselves. The program we're spending time on right now is ultimately in getting to your role for having the anger, the shame at self, the guilt at yourself, and then forgiving yourself, as well as the anger, the resentments, the rage as a former partner, and letting go. Hi, I'm Selina Stone, a Master Life Coach, and I will be presenting to you each week with a new key that opens the door to love. These wisdoms and teachings that I'm sharing with you were passed on to me by my mentor and teacher, David Essel, who has over 30 years experience and a high success rate amongst his clients. So, between now and our next session, I want you to go deep and really look at this question. And every day for the next 7 days following these 3 steps, this is what I want you to do. Step 1. Write down this question and think about it. How do you know you're ready to go after a deep love relationship? As mentioned before, when you are clear, when you are clean, when you're doing the work and have the support of people around you and you don't feel that tug anymore saying, I hate my ex, I hate that, it was their fault, etc. Then you know you're on the right track. Step 2. Visualization. Write the scenarios, the feelings it brings to mind, the triggers, the memories of the past, then fast forward and jump into the future. What do you see? Describe these pictures you're seeing, just write them all down. One of the things that happens sometimes is that we unload on a new partner when we're not ready, and we go and unload all of our fears and the insecurities of our past relationships onto the new guy or woman, and everything will go great for the first 2 to 3 weeks. Then all of a sudden, the fears start to creep up, and if you don't walk through them, talk through them, those fears will come overwhelming, and then you will start looking at your current partner and you'll see the face of a former partner. You will start to pick on them for all the things they are doing, and it may not even be them. You may be manifesting these fears and insecurities because you have not cleared them up. Does that make sense? I really hope it does. Step 3. Repetition. Write and rewrite your answers. Look at this question every day over the next week. What does this statement mean to you? What is its meaning in your life? I want you to get really clear here. Another example for you to consider. A gentleman going through an intense codependency relationship. In fact, he's been going through quite a few of them. His most recent one lasted 7 years of absolute hell on earth, yet he wants the deepest of love, but is projecting, doing all this work, trying to figure out what was wrong with his partner. Because he wanted to feel powerful, and sometimes we do that. We diagnose our partners with a certain mental condition, and we spent the last 7 days doing research on what those potentials are. Okay, that's blame, that's being a victim, and that's projection. What that does not allow us to take responsibility for our role in being codependent. You see, when we blame and project, we are the victim, and in his case it made him feel better to figure out that she had a certain mental condition. No, he's not a doctor. He was just doing his diagnosis. Who knows if he was right or wrong? It doesn't even matter. The problem was that he was not working on himself. He did not do the homework as specified, and he spent all his time to find out how he could continue to blame his former partner. That's an example of codependency, and with that mindset we will never be able to find love, nurture and deepen it. Well, that's all we have time for today. I look forward to your tuning in again next week. In the meantime, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll be notified when the next session is aired. Together, we can stay on track to creating a deep and meaningful love into your life, and that's the reason I'm here. And if you feel you'd like me to personally coach you, inspire and motivate, then please feel free to contact me via my website, selinastone.com. Until next week, as always, be lucky.